We are at the chapter 4, electoral politics. Here we have studied about the definition of electoral politics. After that, why do we need election? What makes an election democratic? And at last, we have studied, is it good to have political competition or not? Now we are going to study about what is our system of election. Before it, my dear, I wanted to tell you the different types of election in India. There are three types of election held in India. First, general election. Second, by-election. Third, mid-term election. Now, what do you mean by the general election? Election are held in all constituencies at the same time, or either on the same day or within a few days. Means you all know that when a government complete its tenure, after the 5 years there is election, and when the whole government is formed again, this type of election is called general election. Now come to the by election. Election is held only for one constituency to fill the vacancy caused by death or resignations of a member. Means sometime mishappening is happens, and some persons maybe due to his death and due to another reasons, he resigned from his post to fill this vacancy. This vacancies, there is only for one or two constituencies, maybe held only one or two constituencies. This is called by election. This is not held for the whole government, it is only for to fill the one or two constituencies. Okay, so this is called by election. Next, mid-term election. The Lok Sabha or the state assembly may be dissolved before its term, means before its 5 years. At that time, a new government is formed, and for this new to form the new governments, we need election. And when the election held before completing its tenure, then this type of election is called mid-term election. Next, very important, our system of election. What type of system of election in India? Here we are going to discuss. First, we are going to discuss electoral constituencies, reserve constituencies, voter list, nomination of candidates, education's qualification of candidates, elections campaign, polling and counting of votes. Means these are the system of elections of India. So let's start the first, electoral constituencies. In India, we are following an area based system of representation. For this purpose, country is divided into different areas for the purpose of election. These areas are called electoral constituencies. For the Lok Sabha election, the country is divided into 543 constituencies. Means whole India is divided into the constituencies. These are also called the Lok Sabha constituencies. So this is called electoral constituencies. This is according to the area and populations. One area is divided, and that is called constituencies. The representative elected from each constituency is called a member of parliament or MP. Means these are the Lok Sabha constituencies, and if any representative elected from any constituency, that is called the member of parliament or MP, member of parliament. Another matter, now this is related to the whole country, but now I am going to discuss about the state. Further, my dear, each state is divided into a specific number of assembly constituencies. Let's take the example of Himachal Pradesh. There are 68 constituencies. Means whole Himachal is divided into 68 constituencies, means there are 68 MLAs. These are called MLAs. Means the elected representative is called the member of legislative assembly or MLA. Means in Lok Sabha they are called MP, and if the elections are for the state, means state is divided into the state constituencies, then the elected representative is called MLA. In the municipal and the panchayat election, each village or town is divided into the several wards like constituencies. Means the whole country is divided into the Lok Sabha constituencies, states further divided into the state constituencies, and for the village and towns divided, means on the basis of wards, and the ward members are elected by the that specific people of specific areas. So this is enough for the today. Thank you.